Guys, let's talk about Real Housewives of Orange County, episode 2, season 17. Woo! Guys, it's so good. It's so good. I definitely think from the last time where we talked, episode 1 was kind of just like, it was kind of like an establisher episode, you know? It seemed like it was the episode to sort of just set the tone, get us back into the groove of things, all that stuff. And I think that episode 2 is really where we actually start to kind of get immersed back into the world of the wives. So, and I say wives loosely since the majority of them ain't wives. Anyway, we'll do a quick recap. I'll look at my notes. We'll do a quick recap. And then I will chat with you guys about my thoughts. So we get to know a little bit more about Jen. And like I said, I'm liking Jen. I think it was probably not wise for her to come after Tamra. Again, spoiler alert, I don't think that she actually comes after Tamra until episode 3. But that's not smart. We also see Heather sort of transitioning this role as like, the tiger mom. You know, she is super duper devoted mom, but now her kids, or the bulk of her kids, are getting ready to go to college. And so we see her buying stuff for dorms and, doing all this stuff, getting bedspreads and all this crap. And she's wondering, hey, where do I fit in all this? And that right there, it's actually really interesting to me because I actually remember my mom had this whole kind of renaissance, like when I went to college. And I'm the last of 8 kids. So it was like she literally, I don't know, seeing my mom go through this whole renaissance, like in her mid-50s, early 60s or whatever, where she like chopped all of her hair off. She had this super long hair. She chopped her hair off. My mom never drank growing up. She started going out with her girlfriends for a cocktail from time to time. Like, watching her go through that, it told me, like, never irresponsibly, of course. My mom is awesome. And it just told me, like, womanhood literally never, ever has a stop date, an expiration date. It's like you're constantly blooming and growing into this womanhood. And so I actually really, really enjoy seeing Heather experience something that I think a lot of women in their, and at that age, especially when their kids are kind of leaving the nest, that they experience of having to rediscover exactly who they are. I really like that. I really like Jen, bringing us into this dynamic in her family where she's got all these beautiful kids, her biological kids, and she's got this beautiful adopted son. I love seeing her be so involved with him because myself would love, both my husband and I, we both discussed adopting one day, and I would love to adopt a child. Whether we have our biological children or not, it's something that I've always kind of seen myself doing because, hey, it's like there's already so many children out there who really need homes. And even though it's not easy, I know it's not easy, there are people who have homes, so it's nice to see someone who's willing to do that, people who are willing to do that. We see Tamra and Eddie closing down Cut Fitness. They're really, really upset about that. I can't imagine how hard that had to be because we actually watched in real time how passionate about that they were. They were really, really excited about Cut Fitness. They loved Cut Fitness. And so Gina, again, I don't know that Gina really is supposed to be here. And you know what made me, I got to thinking, like, okay, I don't want to give too many spoilers from the other episodes. Gina, she at some point, when Vicky was still there, came after Vicky. And I just remember thinking, oh my God, that was such a bad idea. But I think that Gina is part of the reason that Vicky ain't here anymore. I really do with all my heart. I think that Gina is there to give Emily, to make her make sense because they're both kind of the younger ones. But I find in general Emily to just be so much more mature than Gina. I just feel like Gina's like, she's like so clearly the younger, Gen Y around all these Gen Xers. I don't know if they're actually Gen Xers, but you know what I'm saying, right? And so, anyway, I love Emily. I love Tamra bouncing down, up and down on Emily's lap on this boat. I love that they're all wearing one of my favorite colors, pink, and it's hot pink. That's one of my favorite colors, is like a really hot pink. Super duper cute. Shannon, like I said before, still seems very out of it. I think we're gonna get to that. I think we're gonna get to what's going on, because we do know that she ended her relationship with her boyfriend at the time, John. But yes, I like the fact that Heather Dubrow keeps interrupting into things. I feel like we're getting the best parts of Heather in the season, at least from what I'm seeing so far. Like, Heather brings two things. She brings the side of, like, you know, classiness, and she's sort of like the eternal mom that's almost policing the conversations, making sure that nobody gets too messy. But she also has self-deprecating humor. She doesn't take herself too seriously. She's smart, she's intelligent, and she makes an emphasis to continue to, we always hear her using them words, punitive, stuff like that, you know. She definitely uses her intellect. There's this other side, though, that's snobby, right? But we're seeing less of the snobby part and more of the fun part, you know, more of the, like, getting a little tipsy on the champs part. So we definitely see that from Heather on the boat. She keeps, unknowingly to her, interrupting conversations, and I thought that was pretty hilarious. Where Shannon interrupted Jen, where she was talking about her journey as an adoption mom, as an adoptive mother, Jen got really offended by that. And I think that that was a careless mistake on Shannon's part. I don't think it was coming from a place that was intentional or vindictive in any way. But at the same time, I feel like Shannon, in her first season, probably would not have done that. So I'm keeping my eye on Shannon, because she's my girl and I love her. And she looks really kind of out of it. So I'm just like, what's going on? And they're on the boat, and I knew it was only going to be a time before Tamra starts freaking out and screaming at someone. Of course, she starts screaming at Shannon. Shannon doesn't, I mean, like I said, Shannon is so listless, so lethargic. I'm wondering if she's sick, is something going on? I don't know. But she's barely reacting to Tamra, so I don't know about that. And that's how the episode pretty much ends. I mean, all the women come back in to basically reflect about it, but that's pretty much how it ends. Anyway, I would love to know what you guys think. I'm definitely going to be coming back to talk about more of the season. It's super duper interesting for me, but again, I keep asking, where's Vicky? I wish that Vicky was here. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell so you know whenever I post a video, and I'll see you next time.